welcome back to my channel. Today I have something a little different for you. We are going to talk about something that I feel myself compelled to talk about because having gone through it most of my life, I feel that maybe my story could help somebody else, or just to feel like you're not alone. So we all know that Robin Williams died. Tragic, his depression ended up taking his life. So I wanted to kind of talk about it and kind of tell you more about it from my feelings and my side of it. The number one thing that I want to tell anybody who is suffering depression or somebody they know is suffering from depression is it's not a weakness. It doesn't mean that you're not strong enough to deal with your problems. It doesn't stem from that. It's not something that you can fix or somebody in your life can fix for you. You actually really do have a chemical imbalance. I have struggled with depression since I was about 10 maybe. Mine sort of stems from my past and things that have happened to me in my past and when I was younger and stuff. I've had doctors talk to me, I've had psychologists talk to me. They've all wanted to give me medicine since I was 10. Most of my life I have just kind of been going on, a little roller coaster. Most of the time, it comes and goes as more like just a really bad day or maybe a couple days or a week, and then it kind of goes away a little bit. Not that it goes away, but it's just not as like right in your face. And then there's other times where I have been just stuck in a hole for like 6 months. The hole that I'm currently been stuck in, I've been stuck in for almost a year. This is the longest time that I have gone severely depressed. I am feeling better, but it takes over your life in a way that nobody understands. I think depression is one of the most silent killers. So I would just be mostly laying around sleeping all the time. My kids didn't really understand. They just, they're young, so mommy was just sick or mommy didn't feel good, mommy had a headache. I did what I had to do, and other than that, I just laid around. Didn't really get up and do anything. My husband started taking over all the house chores because I just didn't care enough to do it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to cook dinner. I didn't start doing anything really. Kind of just selfishly, it sounds like just sat with myself, but it wasn't intentional. It's just that I couldn't do anything else. I couldn't bring myself to get up and do anything. You start to feel this guilt, and then it makes you more depressed because you feel guilty that you're not being a good mom, or you're not being a good wife, or you're not being a good friend. And I started losing a few friends because I didn't want to do anything and they didn't understand, and I started making excuses for why I couldn't do things. And most people didn't know what was going on. The only people that really knew were like my very close family. But even somebody like my own father, he's been a worker bee all his life. He doesn't understand because I actually got taken off of work on disability until I could deal with it. Sorry about my voice, it's all raspy today. So he's one of those people that even my own father, didn't understand enough. He just said, snap out of it, get over it kind of thing, and it's not like that. You can't just get over it. You can't just, wake up and hope that it was just a dream. I mean, it's really serious. So for me, I was actually really good at hiding it, except for my super low points, which have only been about 3 times in my life. Both times after my children, I went through really bad postpartum, and then this last year. But at work, nobody knew that there was anything wrong with me because you start to get really good at putting up a front. It's not that you're happy. It's not that, you want everybody to just believe that everything's perfect and nothing's wrong. It's just that most of the time, you just don't want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about it with somebody else. You don't want anybody to judge you. You don't want to hear people's advice when they don't really know what you're going through. It's hard to take advice from people, from somebody who's never had a family member that's been through depression, or have somebody that they're close to that's been through depression, to see the actual symptoms and signs of depression, try to get them help through a psychologist, try to get them medication through their doctor. Try to not force them to do things. If they don't want to go out of the house and go to the mall that day, don't make them. You can try to persuade them, try to, say, I think it'd be good for you, get some fresh air, stuff like that, but don't make them, because when you're depressed, sadly, all you really want to do is just lay around and sleep, sit around and do nothing. Even for me, I had to explain to my husband that, when he went to work, I felt worse, but when he was home, it's a comfort thing. He didn't have to do anything, he didn't have to say anything. It was just him being home and being around. And if you are a spouse or a brother, sister, or a friend of somebody that is depressed, just be there for them. Just text them and say, I'm here for you. Let me know if I can do anything. I'm here if you need me to go to the store for you, or if you're a spouse, pick up things around the house more, things that might not be your job. You might have a stay-at-home wife already, but if she's not doing it, somebody's got to do it, so help out. But don't make them feel guilty that they're not helping. Just do it silently. Just do it. Don't let it on that, well, gosh, because you're depressed, now I have to do this and I have to do that. And, the laundry's not getting done and piling up, because it doesn't make them feel any better. It just makes them feel worse, and it just makes the depression worse. There have been several times in my life where I have wanted to die and didn't want to do it anymore. There wasn't anything that I felt was worth keeping me here, or, on the drive home, you kind of wish, you'd get in an accident and it would just be quick and it wouldn't be your choice. For me, I'm kind of afraid and a chicken to take my own life. Not that I haven't thought about it several times or wanted it several times, but it's just a thing that's always in the back of your mind. And I think that people, if they say, yes, I've thought about committing suicide, they think somebody's going to throw them in the loony bin. And that's not true. Even if you tell your psychologist or your doctor, they try really hard to help you, to not just throw you somewhere and just medicate you. They really do want to help you and treat you. But you have to be open and honest and willing to accept the help. And I think that's the hardest thing, is admitting to yourself, I can't do this alone. I need to go get help somewhere else. And really, as much as you think you're strong enough and you think you can do it, you really can't do it by yourself. You really do need help. You need a support system, if it's friends or family, or just one person that you can talk to, that you have confidence in, that's not going to judge you and is not going to try to tell you everything's going to be okay. Sometimes it's better if you know somebody who's depressed, or think that there's somebody that might be depressed, let them talk and you just sit there and listen. Just be a shoulder somebody for somebody to cry on, kind of thing. Sometimes it's nice to just have somebody to talk to let it out and let them know how you're feeling, without being judged, without being, why would you do that, or how could you think that, just being there. Let somebody let it out, because the worst thing is that most people just keep it in and keep it in and keep it in, and things happen. I don't know if Robin Williams was currently on his medicine or even on his medicine and just couldn't do it anymore. I don't know, but I know how I have felt. I have been on medication several times. I am currently on medication, and it does help. It takes a little while. It takes a couple months to see and feel a slight difference. It doesn't make you just all of a sudden better. It doesn't make you, have one whole good week straight. It just might, you might see a little less of the anxiety, a little less of the scared and the breathing. So the best advice I can give you is just to talk to somebody. I would love to talk to you if you want to talk to me about it. I would love to just try to share experiences. I know that sometimes it's nice just to hear that, somebody else went through the same thing and they're still okay. Just don't think that killing yourself is the only way to do it. I've been there. I know how badly I've wanted to die before, and I've begged God to just take me, to just please let me die and not live like this anymore. I'm still here. I don't know if you have something to believe in. If you do, explore it. If you think, if you know you grow up in a Christian home, bring out your Bible and just try to, look up stress and anxiety. There are so many different areas in the Bible that can actually help you. If you have a pastor, go talk to a pastor. If you are a Catholic, go, confess, go see anybody. Just talk to somebody. For me, it does help to have a religion because I know that God's there for me and I know that He's looking out for me. And I know that if I let Him, He can help change my heart and change my brain and help me to see the better things in life and to not focus so much on the bad. And it's just one of those things. Depression can be caused from so many different things, but it is a chemical imbalance. I think I kind of tried to tell people in my life, because I'm married, my husband has had a really hard time. He's been with me for 16 years. He still doesn't understand depression like he wants to. He still cannot associate with me and understand what I'm going through. All he does is see me hurting and see me suffering, but he doesn't know how to help me. So he's had to learn to stop trying to help me, stop trying to get upset that you can't fix me, and just be there for me, because you can't fix somebody yourself. You can definitely, help them get to the doctor, talk to them, be that shoulder to lean on, help them get some help from a psychologist that will take them through the steps to figure out, what triggers their depression, what triggers their panic attacks if they're having them, what they can do to help them mentally from the medical side. So personally, it doesn't help me because it actually makes me feel worse, like somebody trying to tell you, oh, well, I know it's because of this reason and that reason and stuff. To me, every psychologist I've ever talked to, they do more talking than listening. They try to tell you what's wrong with you when I already know what's wrong with me. I already know what I'm feeling. You don't need to tell me. You need to tell me how to deal with what I'm feeling. This was the first time I actually suffered from panic attacks from it. I had never had the panic attacks before, but it's just one of those things. Depression can be caused from so many different things. So if you have panic attacks, I just want to let you know that the best thing you could do is remove yourself from the situation. If you know that a certain situation makes you anxious and might bring on a panic attack, don't do that. Or go in there knowing that this could happen, and you try to take precautions so that it doesn't happen. If you have to take medicine, take medicine. You can breathe. Just breathe slowly and deep breaths and try to hold them in as long as you can. Don't do the short, quick breaths because you're just going to end up passing out and hyperventilating. You just really have to try to do whatever you can to calm yourself down. And if it goes into a dark room and you just need to scream it out for a minute, do it. I would just start busting into tears and couldn't control myself. And, it's embarrassing. It's things that nobody can understand. There would be times where you even ask yourself, you're like, nothing is going wrong in my life right now. Why am I so upset? Why am I so sad? Why can't I be normal? I would go to like a mall or hang out with some people or something, and I would actually be mad at those people. I might not even know them, but I'm actually mad because they're happy and they're having fun and I'm not. To see happy people was just even worse for me. It made me upset. It made me feel worse. So, try your hardest. If you can, get out of the house, take a walk around the block. Try to not sit at home and be alone with your mind for too long, because the brain has a terrible way of bringing you down more, and you need to be around something that's going to try to lift you up. If there is something that makes you happy in life, you have to do it for yourself. You have to go out and do that and try to get yourself out of the house. My doctor would tell me, even if exercise is a huge thing, because I gained a lot of weight due to my depression because food was comforting to me. It made me feel better. It took my mind off things, and but it's like a spiral, because then you see yourself gaining weight, so then you feel guilty, and then it makes you more depressed because now you're gaining weight, and you don't want to exercise because you're so depressed that you can't do anything. So my doctor would tell me, just drive to the gym. At least if you just make it to the gym and go back home, at least you went out of the house and tried to do something. So I'm going to tell you guys from my own opinion, try to do what makes you happy. For me, it's driving around listening to music. So go on a drive, listen to music. If it's for you playing video games, go play a video game. If it's for you watching YouTube, go watch YouTube. If it is for you to go shopping, go shopping. If it's just to go sit on a beach and just be by yourself and realize the beauty of the world, then do it. Whatever you can do that will make you happy, that is a trigger for you of making you happy, will raise your serotonin levels. Cancer is, you get your treatment, but people kind of look at you differently. Like when you have cancer, I think I've had several family members that have died from cancer. People feel sorry for you. They want to help you. They want to try to take some of your burden away, or see what they can do. Go grocery shopping for you, make meals for you, things like that. Like it's more of an outwardly noticeable thing, I think, because you start to, not look so healthy and start to deteriorate, and your medicine makes you not look good, and makes you things like that. But depression, you can hold it inside. You can really hide it really well sometimes. Everybody's different, but usually, you can't tell unless you're living with that person often enough to notice a difference, to notice that something's off, something's not right. So I think in a way it's almost to me like the worst kind of sickness, because nobody knows, and people that do know, because they don't understand, they naively think it's just you. You're just being weak, you're just having a bad day, you're just, going through a phase. It's not like a toddler where they're going to outgrow the no stage or something. You really do need to get help, and you really do need people who want to be understanding and want to be there to help you. I mean, it's a really hard thing for other people to understand. So the best thing you could do is just to try to help that person that wants to help you to understand how you're feeling. Let them know early in the day, getting out of bed was really hard today. It's one of those days where it's just really bad today. I just need your help. I need you to, just be really understanding today, be really kind or something. Be vocal. Don't live with it by yourself. I am here if anybody wants to talk to me. I would love to talk to you about it. I think support systems with people who know what you're going through, who can actually say, I understand what you're going through, really makes a difference, because it lets you know that you're not alone. People out there really do understand what you're going through. And if you really are contemplating suicide, please go talk to somebody. Go call an 800 number and talk to somebody about wanting to commit suicide. It's just good to talk. Get it out. Talk to somebody. Don't think that it's the only way out. It's the only way that the hurt is going to stop and the dark hole is going to fill up. It's not what you are supposed to do with your life. You can do better, but maybe you just need to get on some medication to help yourself feel a little bit better, so you can handle life, so that you can live to your potential and build up those serotonin levels and be happy again. And so I want to read something to you, because I showed it to my husband, and it was kind of good for him to try to see something of how I was feeling. So it says, and I just found it online by just typing in something about depression. It said, I'm tired of crying, I'm tired of yelling, I'm tired of being sad, I'm tired of pretending, I'm tired of being angry, I'm tired of feeling crazy, I'm tired of feeling stuck, I'm tired of needing help, I'm tired of remembering, I'm tired of missing things, I'm tired of being different, I'm tired of missing people, I'm tired of feeling worthless, I'm tired of feeling empty inside, I'm tired of not being able to just let go, I'm tired of wishing I could start all over, I'm tired of dreaming of a life I will never have, But most of all, I'm just tired of being tired. To read one more thing that somebody posted on Instagram this morning that I kind of liked. It says, depression, anxiety, and panic attacks are not a sign of weakness. They are signs of having tried to remain strong for so long. 1 in 3 of us go through depression, anxiety, or panic attacks at least once in our lives. Let those who struggle know they are never alone. So it's huge. Like I said, don't feel like you're alone. My doctor told me that nowadays there's more people on depression medication than any other medication, because the world as it comes, it becomes worse, and people are losing jobs, and the economy is getting worse, and people's stresses go up. People tend to have anxiety, have stress, and depression and panic attacks. They kind of all go together. I'm not talking about the stress of, you got a nail in your tire today and it made you late to work. Not like that. It's like an unbelievable amount of stress that feels just so heavy that you just want to go back to bed because you don't want to deal with it. That's my long story. I am here for anybody that needs it. I posted on Facebook, how I feel that depression is just, Instagram, that it's just a silent killer, and I really think it is, because you really deal with it internally. You deal with it silently. Most people don't know what's going on. Most people don't know how to help you. Depression is not one of those things that, you have a flu, so let's go to the doctor, you get antibiotics, you'll be better in 3 days. No, it's not like that. It's long term. It might have it high and lows at different times, but it doesn't ever go away. One of the things I wanted to read really quick are just a few signs, so that maybe you think somebody in your life might be depressed. You know what to look for. The mornings seem worse than anything, because it's that thing where, like I said, you just don't want to get out of bed. Lack of energy on a daily basis, worthlessness feelings, guilty feelings, inability to pay attention. Insomnia is a huge thing. Hypersomnia is also a big thing, where somebody is sleeping too much, inability to remember something. I can't tell you that I can't remember anything, it seems like, anymore. Like, I always tell my husband, I want my brain back. Like, I want to feel normal again. Diminished interest or joy in activities, reoccurring thoughts of death or suicide, substantial weight loss or weight gain, an expression of restlessness and being slowed down. Like I said, I'm here for you if you guys need me. I hope that you guys appreciate this video. I know that some of you might not. I hope you understand it comes from a place of love and trying to help everybody out there that might need to see a video like this and know that, they're not alone. When I heard about Robin Williams, and because it was depression, it just like tore at me that I needed to do something bigger and greater and help others, that, while letting them know that, I am still struggling with it. There are so many days still that come up where I still don't want to do anything. I am having more better days now than not, but again, I'm on medication for it. So get yourself some help. Talk to somebody. Let me know if you want to talk to me. I would love to talk to you. I love you guys so much out there, and I appreciate you guys' support so much, and I hope that you have a great week, and I hope that you go and find somebody to talk to, or hug the person that you feel might just be having a bad day that day. And I'll see you in my next video.